Good afternoon, everyone. Please rise if you are able and welcome the director's party to the stage. College Director Jared Peters, Academic Dean Anna Mathis, Dean of Enrollment and Student Success Camila Vasquez, Manager of Finance and Administration Victor Toki, Associate Dean Megan Black, Associate Dean Yalda Bazorg, Special Guest Danielle Hogan, Special Guest Kate Rogers, Special Guest Andrew McCullough, Studio Head of Foundation Visual Arts Jillian Ackerman, Studio Head of Graphic Design Dale McBride, Studio Head of 3D Digital Design Jamie Bergen, Studio Head of Jewelry Metal Arts Kristen Cooper, Studio Head of Ceramics Liz Demerson, Studio Head of Textile Design Jackie Bork, Studio Head of Photography and Videography Drew Gilbert, and Studio Head of Fashion Design Tracy Austin. Thank you so much. Please remain seated. Standing. Now please join us in welcoming the graduating class of 2026.
Thank you. Please be seated. College Director Jared Peters, invited guests, colleagues, family, friends, graduates. Congratulations, or welcome. Oh my goodness, here we go. I'm Anna Mathis, Academic Dean at NBCCD, and it is my privilege to be your MC today. Before we begin today's ceremony, I have a few housekeeping items. Please silence your phones and keep the aisles clear throughout the ceremony. We have 2 interpreters up front here from the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Society. Always a pleasure to work with them. If any guests are in need, you are welcome to move up to row C in the middle section. Today's ceremony is being live streamed on NBCCD's YouTube channel and will be published following the ceremony. For those that are tuning in online today, welcome. Photographer and alumna Kelly Baker will be capturing portraits of each of the graduates. So please refrain, yes, woo. So please refrain from using flash photography throughout the ceremony. Today we will hear from guest speakers, present awards, and most importantly, confer upon our graduates their well-earned diplomas and certificates. Graduates, you made it. And I hope that you know that we are so very proud of all of you. Choosing craft and design is no easy task. You have to give yourself to it completely, feel it fully. It takes courage. It can be emotional and raw. It can be highly technical. And it can also be fun and incredibly fulfilling. What did Kyra say in the interview for the fashion documentary? There is so much math. There is so much math, and you've done all of it. Congratulations on this incredible milestone on your lifelong journey. To recognize the land in which we live, learn, and create on, please welcome graduating fashion design student, Natasha Martin Mitchell.
Get ready here. Nindel was Natasha Martin Mitchell, delay with listigage minige wigi Fredericton or listigwe megumiyao. Good afternoon, everyone. Walalin, to Anna, Jared, and the entire team at NBCCD for giving me this wonderful opportunity to open our ceremony in a good way. My name is Natasha Martin Mitchell, and I am honored to be here with you today as one of the graduating students. Elders, honored guests, faculty, families, friends, and my fellow graduates. Welcome to this very special celebration at the Fredericton Playhouse. I want to send a shout out to my mom who is watching the ceremony, which is being live broadcasted today. Guess hello. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional and unceded territory of the Wolastoqiyik people. The beautiful Wolastoq, just a few feet away, has sustained Indigenous communities for generations and remains deeply connected to the identity, culture, and spirit of this land. We honor the Wabanaki people as the original stewards of this territory and recognize their enduring relationship with these lands and waters as we gather to celebrate creativity, achievement, and new beginnings. May we also reflect on the importance of respect, reconciliation, and learning from one another. As an NBCCD graduate myself, it is especially meaningful to stand here today. I know firsthand the dedication, passion, and resilience it takes to reach this moment. NBCC is more than a school. It is a community that encourages creativity, storytelling, innovation, and the courage to find our own voice. Recently, I had the opportunity to continue my studies in Milan, Italy, widely recognized as one of the fashion capitals of the world. It was inspiring to learn in such a renowned international fashion center. It was equally meaningful to see many of the same approaches, values, and standards of excellence that we practice here at NBCCD. It reminded me that the education received here is truly world-class, and that the skills, discipline, and creative thinking developed at NBCCD prepare us to contribute confidently to creative industries anywhere in the world. To my fellow graduating class, today marks not only the completion of our studies, but the beginning of the next chapter in our creative journeys. Our work has the power to inspire, connect, challenge perspectives, and build community. As artists, designers, and makers, we draw on constant inspiration from all around us, including the land. May you always remember that this land holds a story far older than your own. May we honor that story with respect, humility, and care, and carry it forward in our work and in our lives. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. Continue creating, continue learning, continue sharing your gifts with the world, and always remember to feed your fire. W'lalen, w'laliok. Thank you.
For the singing of O Canada, we have a change in program, so please give it up for photography videography student Isaac Gould, and stand if you are able.
Our home and native land, true patriot love, and all of us command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you so much, Isaac, who, by the way, filled in last minute, so way to go. Now I'd like to welcome College Director Jared Peters to the stage for the welcome.
Good afternoon, families, faculty and staff, friends of the college, and of course, graduates. We live in strange days, and you are graduating into a strange moment. You know it, and I know it. The economy is uncertain. Technology is moving faster than any of us can quite track. Things feel unstable and uncertain, and I won't stand up here and pretend otherwise. So let me tell you what I think you will discover. You will discover first that the deepest skill you developed here is not the technique, but the attention. The hours you spent looking, really looking, at a glaze, at a screen, at fabric, through a viewfinder, at the way light falls across a surface, at the difference between a line that is alive and a line that is dead. That attention is rare now. It will be rarer in 5 years. In a world flooded with images and objects generated in seconds, the people who can tell the difference between something made with care and something assembled by a machine that does not know what it is making, those people will be quietly indispensable. You will discover that material literacy is a form of power. While others are learning to prompt and to delegate and training their robot replacements, you know how clay remembers, or which fibers take dye and which resist it, and understand that intentional color choices can persuade or even manipulate. You know that a chair that looks right and a chair that sits right are two different problems. This knowledge cannot be downloaded. It lives in your hands, and your hands are an archive that cannot be automated. You will discover that aesthetic judgment, the thing your instructors have been quietly cultivating in you for years, often without naming it, is becoming one of the most valuable forms of literacy in the economy. When anyone can generate 1,000 images in an afternoon, the bottleneck is no longer production, it is taste. It is knowing what is worth making. You have spent years training that muscle. Most people have not. You will discover that the habit of working with your hands has done something to your mind that you did not entirely notice while it was happening. You have learned to begin without knowing the end. You have learned to negotiate a material that talks back. You have learned to fail in small ways every day and keep going, and which, it turns out, is the single most important skill for navigating an uncertain decade. You will discover that the contradictions you may have wondered about while you were here, utility and expression, heritage and experimentation, the handmade and the technological, are not problems to be resolved. They are the very ground you stand on. The most important, interesting people of the next decade will not be the ones who chose a side. They will be the ones who can hold both and work from the tension between them. And you will discover, I hope, that the community you built here, with each other, with instructors and staff, with this strange and specific place, is portable. You take it with you. You will find each other in studios and shops and businesses and classrooms across the province and far beyond it. And you will recognize each other immediately, because NBCCD leaves a mark. I'm not going to tell you your path will be easy, because that's not the case. There might even be moments where you wonder if you chose the right path. I want you to remember in those moments that depth is a long game. The world is currently very excited about speed. It will, in time, become excited again about substance. And when it does, you will be ready, because you have been building substance the entire time you have been here. You are graduating from a college that has bet deliberately and against the current on the irreducible value of human making. That bet is going to pay off for you and for the communities you live in. You've worked hard to earn your place here today. You've already proven to us what you are capable of. Now show it to the world. Congratulations. Go make things. We cannot wait to see what you do.
Thank you, Jared. It is now time for the conferral of diplomas and certificates. For a quick reminder, you will be guided to the stage. Cross as I call your name. Then you stand on an X where we will take a photo. Then you go down the stairs and out, and staff will be around to guide you at any step of the way. Just look at one of us and we will tell you, okay? All right. Associate Dean Megan Black will stand in for Studio Head Jen Lee Wiebe to present the certificates in our online program for Foundation Visual Arts. As some of the online graduates cannot be here in person, we have prepared a slide with all of the names and their submitted photos. Time to line up. Do we have any online? Oh, there they are. It's very dark. Here, you give the card. It's okay, you're the first one. You give the card to me when you get up here. Okay? Come on up right now. Okay. With a certificate in Foundation Visual Arts, Jordan Anderson. Now you go. Deidre Curriston. And now you go. Jennifer Digby. Vicky Donald. Jacob Friesen. Charlene Ward. Thank you, Megan. Studio head Jillian Ackerman will now present the certificates of the in-person Foundation Visual Arts program. Come on up. With a certificate in Foundation Visual Arts, Olapeju Adeosun. Dakota Anderson. Brianna Arlo. Matt Aerosmith. Ben Atkinson. Justice Augustine. Justice Augustine. Lexi Cormier. Riley Dunnett. Van Foster. Liv Furlong. Joseph Hamill. Seth. I'll give you another moment, just wait. Seth Harrison. Zoe Henry. Simon Jackson. Chelsea Hamorabon. Austin Killam. Heji Kim. Madison Lambert. Cadence Lambert. Mackenzie Ray Lawrence. Sarah Lechner. Abigail LeMay. Jaden LePack. Quinn Liu. Bridget Macomb. Reese McIntosh. Onyx McIsaac. Kennedy McLean. Reed Menard. Maddie Murray. Val Oliveira. Gabriel Parsons. Ayla Pomeroy. Skyla Porter. Alyssa Regimbald. Forrest Richards. Cassidy Robichaud Bousson. Mal Roussel Paul. Aiden Scaplin. Rosetta Streifling. Parker Turner. Cooper Upton. Catherine Wells. Catherine White. Liam Zink. Thank you, Jillian. Studio head Dale McBride will now present the diplomas in graphic design. With a diploma in graphic design, Alexandra Babin. Bianca Yazabel Bartolome. Paige Brewer. Victory Dos Santos Roy. Kelly Ann Harquail. Sandrine Lagacé. Natsu Montez de Oca. Grace Nevers. Eben Slip. Josie Steves. Thank you, Dale. Studio head Jamie Bergen will now present the diplomas in 3D digital design. With a diploma in 3D digital design, Michelle Allard. Camille Arsenault. Abby Odd. Paisley Boland. Victoria Brown. Alexandra Gale. Pippa Painter. Wia Sungalung. Dean Winters. Thank you, Jamie. Studio head Kristen Cooper will now present the diplomas in Jewelry Metal Arts. With a diploma in Jewelry Metal Arts, Pierce Day. Sydney McGraw. Soup Merritt Carr. Kara Toogood. Alex Vandeboer. JC Workington. Nathaniel Wiebe. Zach Wilby. Thank you, Kristen. Studio head Liz Demerson will now present diplomas in ceramics. With a diploma in ceramics, Alexandra Cochran. Owen Como. Maeve Devlopi. Madison Dibley. Chloe Graham. Eden Jones. Molly McBride. Con Zhang. Thank you, Liz. Studio head Jackie Burke will now present the diplomas in textile design. With a diploma in textile design, Amory Missios. Sienna Ingham. Allie Keene. Jessie Kihu. Moth Larkspur Hansen. Jackie Mann. Rosalia San Martin Einol. Grace Vandervelden. Thank you, Jackie. Studio head Drew Gilbert will now present the diplomas in photography, videography. With a diploma in photography, videography, Alexander Gauvet. Ross Kinney. Kara Maybe. Lillian Robbins. Liam Somerville. Thank you, Drew. Studio head Tracy Austin will now present the diplomas in fashion design. With a diploma in fashion design, Hayden Richardson. Mike Daigle. Tyra Gench. Natasha Martin Mitchell. Thank you, Tracy. Well, whether this is your first or second convocation from the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design, we are so proud of all the work that you have done to get this far. It takes a lot of late nights, a lot of model fittings, a lot of kiln mishaps, unsaved files, history lectures, gallery openings, and a whole lot of coffee to get this far. But you have done it, and I hope that you savor it. I hope you soak in this day and all that you have accomplished to get here. You did it. Are we all seated? Yes? Okay, congratulations. I would now like to invite the graduates to turn their tassels from the right side of your cap to your left. And congratulations to our newest alumni. It is now a special time in our ceremony where we announce this year's Governor General's Academic Medal. This award is presented to the student with the highest overall GPA upon graduation from a diploma program. I'd like to ask Director Jared Peters to join me for the presentation of this award.
The studio head of this year's recipient shared the following words for me to read. This student is a well of creativity and inspiration, and their passion for craft and design is overflowing. From the moment they entered the studio, they challenged themselves and pushed every piece a little bit further, successfully utilizing their curiosity. They balance playfulness and technical excellence and are unapologetically themselves. Uplifting, generous, and kind, they put their heart in community and shine brightly. Thank you for sharing your magic with us. This year's Governor General's Academic Medal goes to Hayden Richardson. Congrats, Hayden. It is an incredible achievement to earn high academic marks while simultaneously launching your debut collection line on the runway, which hopefully some of you saw at the fashion show. We can't wait to see what you'll do next. Well done. It is now my distinct pleasure to present the 2026 NBCCD Fellow, and this year we have two. This honorary title is given to a person or persons who contribute to the college through their support, nurturement, and development of fine craft and design education. This year's fellows, as noted in your program, are the incredible Danielle Hogan and Kate Rogers. Danielle Hogan is an artist, educator, proud NBCCD alumna, and advocate whose work has had a lasting impact on craft and design education in Canada. She's dedicated her career to preserving art and expanding how we understand and value craft-based practices. Having coined the term femme-effect during her doctoral fellowship, she challenged the art world's persistent bias against textiles as sculptural media. Her studio practice is rooted in personal narrative and investigates notions of time, precarity, joy, grief, and patriarchal labor hierarchies through multiple media. Since late 2022, she has been exploring nonlinear storytelling through the practice of miniature, near-daily paintings. Her 2024 book, Light Material, Weaving and the Work of Nell Oudemans, a former NBCCD instructor, is an important contribution to Canadian textile history. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Danielle Hogan as we celebrate her outstanding contribution to story, tradition, and innovation in craft and design. You gotta snap a picture first.
Thanks, Jared.
You hold it. There we go. It's yours. Right. Get it back to you.
Congratulations, everybody. Good afternoon. Hoi, bon après-midi, buongiorno. College Director, Senior Academic Leadership, faculty and staff, Speaker Andrew McCullough, fellow Kate Rogers, proud families, dedicated college supporters, and most importantly, the fabulous graduates of 2026. Thank you so much for this honor. Graduates, in 1995, I was sitting right where you are now. I was anxiously waiting to be handed my diploma from this esteemed institution. That year, like this one, the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design appointed 2 fellows. The indomitable Charlotte Glencross, who spearheaded the creation of the Charlotte Street Arts Center, and the ambitious, generous arts philanthropist Sheila Hugh Mackay, who established her namesake foundation to help make New Brunswick a province where artists are supported, understood, and valued. Today, 3 decades later, I stand here alongside Kate Rogers, the first woman to be elected mayor of Fredericton since its incorporation in 1847. I've known Kate, and we were actually talking about this a little bit on the way in. Kate and I have known each other since we were both students working at the YMCA summer camp. And I want to tell you all that even back then, Kate was lifting up Frederictonians. They were really little. But she was. She was lifting them up, encouraging them, offering deep respect, and always with creativity. So please, believe me when I say that I am truly, truly humbled to be named a fellow of the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design. It is an honor that deepens my passion to champion creativity and independent thought in a manner that does credit to the fellows who precede me. Graduates, today you might feel like school is finished. Respectfully, if you aren't already aware, I want to inform you that life is one big, ongoing group project. Mostly self-evaluated, and typically without a parade or a certificate at the end. Have a good look around you. No, I mean it like for real. Look at each other. You are not only looking at your fellow graduates. You are looking at a community that is full of promise. One on the cusp of founding new art centers, of establishing nonprofit foundations, of holding public office, and creating new and exquisite works of art for the world to see and use. I want to let you in on something else. It can feel like the art world is particularly invested in keeping this particular secret. There are no solitary geniuses. They don't exist. Everyone needs support. It may be days, months, or years from today, but this will happen. You're going to find yourself in a room, and someone will be looking for the ideal person for that job. Speak one another's names. Open doors for each other. Work to make room for more and different people wherever you go. And you know what? While you're at it, grads, be a generation that refuses to outsource your autonomy and creativity to AI. Insist on collectivity over competition. Insist that the arts remain big and welcoming and healthy and unruly and innovative and funded and a community of free thinkers. We are living in a fast-paced era of increasing sectarianism, outsourcing of our intellect to AI. Therefore, today, it is an inherently political act to take your time. Just insist on it. Stand up for the values of equity, community, and creativity in every sphere of professional labor, not only when it comes to the arts. British writer and cultural critic Olivia Laing published a book called The Lonely City. I was thinking about traveling. Lonely City in 2016. The book explores loneliness by paralleling their own experience with that of famous artists. It's an exceptional book, but I bring it up because just this week, Laing wrote in The Guardian about how, quote, far-right groups are preying on loneliness. Crucially, they note, loneliness is often not personal failure, but the result of social forces, stigma, and exclusion that isolate vulnerable populations, people who are poor, immigrants, ill, transgender, people of color, or divergent sexuality. Fact is, we all require support. And as Laing seemed to suggest, actively living in community with one another is the antidote. Supporting each other is our group project, and it's ongoing. Don't let any social media algorithms convince you otherwise. Graduates, having reached today's milestone, I'm recommending 2 next steps. 1, just keep making. Just make. Just keep making. Use your hands. 2, we already carry devices in our pockets which are mincing our attention spans into half seconds. Read anything. Go see live theater and see musicians in concert. Cook from new recipes. And later, talk with others about what you did and what you thought. And then really listen what they have to say back. It's calming, you'll have better focus, and you'll feel less alone in your own head. And insist on having the time it takes to do these things. Life isn't a race, and slow is not one of the bad 4-letter words, I assure you. It's a privilege to have studied at the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design. At NBCCD, creativity never felt like a competition to me. I came to realize instead that it's a muscle, and we can all learn to rely on it. Today, I have an active studio practice, I undertake research, and I manage the Provincial Art Collection on behalf of the Government of New Brunswick. In that work, just like the faculty and staff here at NBCCD, I have the privilege of caring for the stories and creative output of others from this community, and hopefully someday your work. I am incredibly proud to be part of this community. I face challenges regularly, and I'm certainly not good at everything I'm called to do. However, I try, and I try to remember to approach all my work with creativity, not just the studio part. And so, given that the Dean has already called your names because you are the ideal person to have received your diplomas today, I want to be among the first to congratulate you, and with the faculty and your families to say that I am incredibly proud for each of you. Thank you for the honor and the responsibility of being named a Fellow of the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design, an institution of remarkable creativity and impact. Thank you, merci, grazie, walalan, and waliwan.
Thank you, Danielle. Our next inductee is locally known as Mayor Kate. Kate Rogers is a community leader, advocate, and the former mayor of Fredericton, whose work has had a lasting impact on arts, culture, and community development in New Brunswick. First elected to Fredericton City Council in 2012, she became the 11th woman elected in 164 years. Again, in 2021, she made history as the first woman elected as the capital city's mayor. Throughout her career, Kate has served as the executive director of the New Brunswick Crafts Council and the Charlotte Street Arts Center, like all the best people. She's the founding co-chair of the Fredericton Arts Alliance and the curator of Arts Link New Brunswick. As the municipal councilor and mayor, she advanced the city's cultural files, including the establishment of the Arts and Culture Advisory Committee, the Culture Plan, and shone a spotlight on local craft through her leadership in the city's new slogan, Life Well Crafted. Kate's work has strengthened connections between the cultural sector, local organizations, and the broader public while promoting Fredericton as a welcoming creative hub. She is also a frequent flyer at our annual craft sale and other events, always supporting our students in their journey to professional practice. Please join me in welcoming Kate Rogers. Right there, right? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Kwe. It is such a pleasure to be here with all of you to celebrate the graduation of these amazing New Brunswick College of Craft and Design students. A sincere congratulations to the students, but I would say to everyone who has been involved and part of your journey and your success. I feel especially honored to be here today and to be named a fellow of this fine institute that has played a significant role in my professional life and has had a resounding impact on our city, province, country, and beyond for over 80 years. This college helps define Fredericton. It helps shape our character. One only needs to spend time in our downtown to feel the influence of this school and its students. The campus on Queen Street with its billboards, the contribution of the college's artisans in our markets and in our festivals, but most especially the vibe that you all create that is ever present in our city. I have spent my career building community through advancing the arts. I began working as an arts administrator. It's interesting, Danielle says she graduated in 1995. In 1995, I was hired by the Beaverbrook Art Gallery, and then shortly thereafter, I became the executive director of the New Brunswick Crafts Council. Interestingly, I'm a political scientist by education. I have my master's in political science. And I love politics, as you can probably tell, given my career spent in politics. However, while some may consider it a leap, this leap to the world of art, for me, it was pretty intuitive. I was raised going to craft festivals. I don't know who remembers the Mactaquac craft festivals. We've brought it back, which I was so glad to see that. But in the 1970s, they were just this, they took over the Mactaquac Provincial Park. I went to those. My mother, my grandmother would take me. We went to studios. My mom and my gram, they always purchased human-made products because these products best reflected who we are as a people. I continue to wear. If you looked in my jewelry box or if you looked in my cupboards, you would see human-made goods. Because I just think I feel people when I touch and wear those goods. It was at this time, I feel, my time at the Crafts Council in particular, that I felt the intrinsic value of craft and design. And it was also during my time at the Crafts Council that I began working closely with instructors and staff at the college, and then we used to always call it the craft school. I formed some really special friendships with those in the creative sector. A lot, though, were affiliated with the college. So many of the people that I met during that time, they are still my close friends. Even when I stopped working in the sector, I carried those friendships and those relationships because they were so real. They were so authentic. They were so meaningful, just like the people themselves. But I believe that we developed such close bonds because we shared something. We were in it together. The work was very challenging, I would say. It definitely not a pro-arts environment. And very sadly, that continues. We're all fighting the good fight, and we must continue to fight the good fight so that we are a pro-arts environment. But even at a time when that struggle was a little deeper, it did provide this opportunity for us to come together, to build opportunities for artists to advance, exhibit, promote, sell their work, advocating for the importance of the arts and its creators to our society. What stands out especially to me when I think of working in this world in this creative sector, the world of art, of craft, of design, what sticks out really most is the generosity and the kindness of the people who work in this field. And a lot of those people trained and were taught or were teachers and instructors here at the college. You know, everyone who worked in the field, they always put their hands up. When I was at the Crafts Council, look, there was great need. There was myself, I had an admin assistant, and a part-time events coordinator. We were developing programming province-wide on 2.5, 3 people if I could get a grant. And the only way that that was made possible was through people volunteering. And it's always the busy people who volunteer. The principal, or as it was called now, director, studio heads, they always sat on my board of directors at the Crafts Council. They curated the exhibitions. They brought food to the openings. They sat on the jurying committee. They did everything possible to advance and to support the development of emerging artists. I was so incredibly grateful for all that they did to help my work. But most of all, I was grateful for the way that they shared their knowledge with me and how they helped me learn and grow as a professional. And as I was preparing my remarks for today, I was taken back to that time. And I thought of that generosity. I thought of that kindness. And then today, being on this stage, what I feel most is love. Do you all feel that in the room? There's a lot of love in this room. There's a lot of love felt by people who make things. And I feel that that is alive today with us, and I hope that you all carry the spirit of that with you. You know, we are very fortunate as a community to have a visual arts-based post-secondary institute here in our city. An institute so linked and so integral to fostering a driving economic sector. Because the creative sector is a driving force in our economy. It's actually one of the 4 pillars of our region's economic development. We have 4 pillars. The creative sector is one, and it's because of the number of people who work in this sector, the output of those of you who are working in this sector, the post-secondary institutes in this sector that support the work. It's for all those reasons that it's one of the pillars of our economic development. But it's central to the importance, I'd say central to that work is the importance of the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design. Having the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design here is one of the reasons why the creative sector is one of the economic development pillars. Because this college educates, trains, and supports the artists who work and create in our province. And in addition to the foundational programming and artistic and technical instruction that produces such fine craft professionals and designers from all of its programs, there is a real spirit of industriousness that comes with being an artisan or designer educated at NBCCD. This figure-it-out attitude that will transfer to every field, no matter what you choose. I always find the curiosity and the problem-solving skills, the willingness to explore and to experiment, so incredibly helpful in every space, whether it's at work, whether it's in your community, whether it's in your personal lives. Look, someday you're going to own a home, and or you're not going to own a home. You're going to have a car, or you're going to have a bike, or you're going to have something you might want to fix. You want to be the person, or you want to have the person that says, I can fix that. I can figure it out. There might not be a manual, but I have the ability, I have the training, I was given the knowledge to figure this out. And that is what you developed here at the College of Craft and Design, that figure-it-out attitude that will take you so far. When College Director Jared Peters, another Executive Director of the Charlotte Street Arts Centre, we are in fine company, but when he reached out to inform me that I'd been selected to receive this honorary title, alongside my longtime friend, Danielle Hogan, who also, and I have to say, when I found out Danielle was the other fellow, I thought, what am I doing up here? She's like this amazing artist, an arts professional and thinker. I follow her work because of its this work in contemporary craft, while everything that is made is imbued with thought and ideology. And her practice is all about that. And I was just so honored to be named with you, Danielle. But when Jared reached out and told me, my immediate emotions were, I felt very humbled, I felt very privileged, very grateful, most especially very proud to know that I would forevermore be affiliated with this highly esteemed institute. The core values of NBCCD, creativity, curiosity, and community. They really resonate with me personally. But all the more so because I know that it is these very values that the world needs most at this moment in time. Open-mindedness, innovation, collaboration. That is what is going to lift us up and sustain us as a people, as a city, a province, a nation. And that is what is being taught and fostered right here at the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design. Congratulations to all of you, to all of the students who have had the experience to learn here and to graduate from this fine place. Congratulations for all of the hard work you put in. Hard work is what is to be congratulated most. It means you showed up, you put in the time, you collaborated with others, you listened, you learned. Congratulations for putting in all of that work. Take pride in your achievements and continue to be creative, curious, and community-minded, because these fundamental values and principles will take you far. Thank you. Merci. Chiwiliwin.
Thank you, Kate. Let's have another round of congratulations for our 2026 fellows, Danielle Hogan and Kate Rogers. I'm now pleased to welcome to the stage your class valedictorian, Amory Missios.
Terribly sorry, give me one moment. Hi. Hello, friends, family, wee bairns, and classmates. I am grateful for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2026. It is an honor because I know how hard everyone has worked to be here. My own journey to NBCCD started many years ago. When I was in high school, I said to myself, I'm going to go to art school. Then I was told that was foolish and I should get a useful degree. Naturally, I chose the most useful degree I could think of, which was archaeology. Yeah. You'll never guess it, but archaeology didn't work out. So then I got a different degree. I got my postgraduate certification. That also didn't work out. Then I got a diploma. Also didn't work out. Then I had a very minor breakdown over a long winter, and the main conclusion I came to during that bleak time was, I should have gone to art school. And just like that, I knew what I had to do. I applied to NBCCD less than a week later, and I was thrilled when I was accepted into Foundation Visual Arts. I quickly found out that FEA was hard. It was harder than most of my degrees. Even to this day, color theory continues to elude me. And if you asked me to draw something realistic, you'd be surprised by what I think reality looks like. Despite my lack of skills, I was prepared to work hard and compete with my classmates for spots in the diploma programs. But a very important thing occurred in FEA that would shape how I went into my textile diploma program. I attended the textile exhibition, Human Made. It showed the students' progression through the textile design program and what they learned through sampling, trial, and error. A highlight was a speech given by then studio head Rachel McGilvery. She said that the studio supported each other, that it ran on community, not competition. I rolled my eyes. I'd done almost a decade of school at this point. I'm pretty sure it was competition and classwork that got me through, not community. But then I began to think of how I was interacting with my cohort in FEA, cohort B. We all helped each other, whether it was showing someone how to use the beveler or a poor soul having to explain color theory to me for the third or fourth time. We all played to our strengths and helped each other. Community, not competition, is what I carried with me into my times in textiles by helping others where I could. Usually it was in the form of untangling balls of yarn, while my classmates provided more intellectual help. The number of times I went to a classmate, held up several balls of yarn, and said, do these colors actually work together, or... And usually I'd receive incredibly helpful feedback, usually them asking, are you sure you're not colorblind? And for the record, I am not colorblind, I just have poor taste. Whenever I would help someone, I'd tell them to lend a hand where they see someone else in need. This led to a domino effect, and I think that is why my year has bonded so strongly with each other. We see the value in community and how it builds strong friendships. Competition may be important, but in such a small community like Fredericton, community is key. Even between programs, there's been a strong sense of community. The George Fry Gallery held an exhibition that was based around that, and many applications were made up of students from different studios. I participated in a collaboration led by graphic design's own Natsue, along with Kelly, photography's Kamar, and fashion's Kyra. It was an amazing experience, and I got to see how talented everyone at NBCCD is. It was only when I started writing the speech that I realized how intertwined we are as a school and also artists. These examples were ones that I saw, so imagine how many more exist that I wasn't privy to. Many of you are graduating from FEA and think that your cohort is ending, but let me assure you that is not true. These 2 years of my diploma, I've spoken, laughed, and brainstormed with most of my cohort that went into other programs. Whether I'm being photographed by Kara or asking for help understanding 3Ds and computers in general from Abby, as well as learning some Spanish from Rosalia. It's been an amazing journey. These people will help you immensely and provide many opportunities for growth as an artist. I hope that everyone goes out into the world with this advice in mind. Community, not competition, is what makes our art great. Graduation is only one part of your story, and the community you built here will be with you for every chapter of your life. Thank you, and congratulations to our class of 2026.
Thanks, Amory. I noticed the complementary colors on your cap are spot on, looking good. Yeah, you've learned a lot. To offer final words to this year's graduating class, I am pleased to introduce an alumnus that is making the most of his NBCCD education, Andrew McCullough. Andrew gained national attention after having appeared on the TV show, The Great Canadian Pottery Throwdown, where he competed alongside potters from across the country, including 2 other NBCCD alum. When he returned home, he was determined to make craft more accessible and to strengthen the creative ecosystem here in the Maritimes. In ceramics, we teach students to make their own clay, and Andrew turned this knowledge into a vision. As the owner of New Ceramics here in Fredericton, Andrew partnered with a local mine to source and manufacture clay right here in New Brunswick. It's called Bayside Buff Eco Clay and offers maritime potters an alternative to shipping in clay from Ontario. As a byproduct of existing activity, it's a more environmentally responsible option that reflects the natural qualities of our region's materials. Andrew is a major advocate for supporting local, and we're honored to welcome him back to address the graduating class. Andrew.
Hi, everybody. I want to apologize in advance to the interpreters because I'm not really good at following the script. There was a few things that I noticed while I was sitting here on stage watching you accept your diplomas and certificates today. First was the pride that your studio heads and instructors had in you. I could see the genuine emotion that they had in seeing you reach this benchmark in your studies and careers. I saw the pride that you had in yourselves for the work that you've accomplished, and I saw all the really, really amazing caps that you've decorated, and so I just want us to give a quick hand to the creativity that were put into these caps and your work along your school journey. At an NBCCD Convocation, you're guaranteed to see a lot of creativity and color. It feels like it was just yesterday that I was sitting where you are, graduating from whether it was the FEA program, my ceramics diploma, or the advanced studies program that I did for a year after. But it was over a decade ago that I was sitting there. So I know that there's so much hard work put into getting those diplomas. There's late nights in the studio. There's thousands of projects that seemingly took everything in you to complete. And there's the ups and downs of sharing a studio space with your classmates. I wouldn't trade those years for anything, either the ups or the downs. I want to tell you a funny story about one of my convocations. We had a very beautiful ceremony. The graduates were all seated together, but it was a bit of a different arrangement, and it just so happened that my family, my mother and my grandmother, were seated directly in front of me. And I wonder if some of the instructors here might remember this moment, but during a particularly solemn part of the ceremony, a phone starts ringing. And the ringtone went something like, Hello, your phone is ringing. Answer your phone is ringing. Hello. Everybody turned to look at my grandmother, seated right in front of me. I tapped on her shoulder. She was literally right there. I tapped on her shoulder. I said, Nanny, turn off your phone. She is a very stubborn woman and says, no, you can't make me. Thankfully, my mother did make her. So I say all that so that if anyone's phone goes off during this speech, don't worry about it. It's all good. For those who don't know me, my name is Andrew McCullough. I'm a graduate of the ceramics studio at NBCCD. Where are the ceramic studio graduates? Woo! Congratulations on all your hard work. I know what it's like. Today, I own the new ceramics studio in downtown Fredericton. It is a community studio built around classes, membership, selling supplies, and making ceramics more accessible in our community and province. Recently, we also launched, as Jared said, what I believe to be the first local clay body being manufactured in the Maritimes, made with materials that are sourced right here. And I really credit the college for making this possible because it is the unique studio education that I received at NBCCD that made that possible. This is a place where you learn not just how to make beautiful art, but how materials work and how craft connects to place. And I think that's one of the reasons we all love Fredericton so much. In total, I studied for 4 years at NBCCD. And these were some of the best and most formative years of my life. And I know that you will come to think of your time there in the same way. You probably all know this now, but turning your passion into a career takes a level of commitment that some never really see. It's the same commitment that fueled your countless hours in the studio, that helped you start over when a project wasn't quite working out how you expected, and that taught you how to take a critique, especially when it hurt. When you think back to your time at NBCCD, I hope you remember the friendships and the work you made, but I also hope you remember something even deeper. You learned how to work alongside other makers. You learned how to share techniques, how to give feedback, receive feedback, and uplift other people in their craft. You learned that being a craftsperson is not just about what you make on your own, it is also about how you contribute to a community. So don't underestimate how rare your experience at the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design has been. You spent years surrounded by instructors and classmates who care deeply about making things well. You learned from instructors who challenged you, classmates who inspired you, and from the materials that did not always do what you wanted them to do. And that's a special kind of education. Today, you become alumni of the New Brunswick College of Craft and Design, and that means you're part of something bigger than your own practice. We are stewards of our craft. We honor the traditions that came before us, but we also have a responsibility to make the future better for the people who come next. So, for the sake of craft, support local whenever you can. Support the studios, galleries, the shops, the teachers, technicians, artists, and makers who keep this entire ecosystem alive. Share what you know, make space for others, take your work seriously, but don't lose the joy that brought you here in the first place. Someone else mentioned joy, and I believe that there's a lot of that in the room today. Some of you are going to open studios, and some of you will teach. Some of you will exhibit, design, build, collaborate, or take paths that don't even exist yet. Whatever comes next, remember that you are leaving here with more than a diploma. You are leaving with the skills, resilience, community, and a responsibility that will help you keep craft alive and moving forward. So please join me in saying congratulations to the NBCCD class of 2026. We cannot wait to see what you create next.
1 second. Thank you so much, Andrew. And listening to all of the speakers here today, I think one of the things that I've really heard is, for those of you who are stepping away from the NBCCD community, those graduating diploma and entering out into the world, you're stepping into the Fredericton arts and culture sector. And that is a whole other community that is going to welcome you and that you get the privilege of being a part of. One thing is ending, but something really exciting is starting too. As we reach the end of today's ceremony, I have a few final reminders. A reception will follow on campus. Graduates, there you will return your gowns and pick up your official diplomas or certificates and a graduation gift. For diploma graduates, we have the diploma exhibition, which opens at 5 p.m. at the Government House for you and your families or guests. And there we will announce the Excellence in Craft Design Award. And nobody knows who's got it yet. This is a $1,000 prize that recognizes a student whose final work demonstrates an outstanding creativity, design, and technical proficiency. And lastly, Jared Peters will lead the procession from the stage, followed by our graduates, and we ask that all guests remain seated until the graduates have exited. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026.